the prospective possibility of diversion in this matter.
That is a good point. Thank you, counsel. We'll now take up Wellington on the record in 2025 TR 2847, appearing for the state. Appearing for the state, that's you, Mr. Regier, again?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jared Regier for the state. The defendant appears in person and pro se. You are Michael Edward Wellington, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. You're here on count 1, which alleges speeding 75 in a 65-mile-per-hour zone. That is a traffic infraction that does not carry jail time. If convicted, there is a scheduled fine. I believe it's $45. Count 2, operating a motor vehicle without a valid license, is a B misdemeanor. The penalties, if convicted in that, would be up to $1,000 in fine and 6 months in jail. You do have the right to hire an attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed, or you can waive your right to attorney and represent yourself. How would you like to proceed on the issue of attorney, sir?
I'd like to plead guilty just on all that and just kind of move forward with it.
All right, so you do not want to hire an attorney or have one court appointed?
No, Your Honor.
You understand you could do that if you wanted to.
Yes.
But knowing you have the right to an attorney, you want to waive the right and proceed on your own behalf.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is anyone making you give up your right to an attorney today?
No.
All right. Mr. Wellington, how do you plead to count 1, speeding 75 and a 65?
Guilty.
Your Honor, forgive my brief interjection. Before the court proceeds further, I'm not sure if the court wishes to, at least from an equal protection standpoint, address the prospective possibility of diversion in this matter.
That is a good point. Thank you, counsel. I don't know, Mr. Wellington, if you're familiar with diversion, but it is a program the county attorney offers. If you want to apply for it and are accepted, they will send you a contract whereby if you pay some fines, costs, a diversion fee, and at least get a valid license, they would at a period of time dismiss the charges and they would not go on your record. Do you want time to look into that and see if you're interested?
I would like to work through that, something like that. I just found the paperwork needed or necessary to get my license. I had to locate my birth certificate. I didn't even realize my license was expired, but because I had been driving, I just kind of tried to stay out of trouble. But I just kind of want to get taken care of today if I can, as long as if there's fines that I pay, that's fine. I'm getting ready to get it taken care of, get my license. Like I said, I was just finding the paperwork for it.
Well, diversion will not take place today. That's a process. You apply online, and then you'll get a notice in the mail. Everyone pay attention to this. Then you'll get a notice in the mail and a few weeks after that telling you whether you're approved or not. If you're approved, it will give you a list of things you have to do, such as pay your fines and costs, plus a diversion fee, and in your case, get your license reinstated. But if you want to take care of this today, the only way you can do that is enter a plea of guilty admitting the charges or plead no contest, which is not an admission, but it's not a denial. It's an indication that you want to just stand mute and not go to trial, but you'd still be found guilty.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that.
The no contest? Oh, the diversion. Very well. In order for you to get diversion, I'm going to have to enter a not guilty. You can always change that if you want. And we'll set this over for diversion review. Jenna, is it June 8th?
No, Your Honor, we'll do May 27th for that.
All right. You must be back here May 27th at 9 a.m. unless you've been approved and returned your diversion contract to the state within at least a few days of the court hearing. And if you're in doubt whether it's been filed yet, you need to call the county attorney and find out, because if it's not been filed and you fail to appear, you'll get a warrant for your arrest. But if it's been filed, you won't even have to come back.
All right, and I filed that online, I guess? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I see it now. I'm reading it.
You file online, and it looks like we need to have him process, counsel. Is that right?
I got him scheduled.
You've already got him scheduled?
I just need a bond.
Oh, okay. Mr. Regier?
Yes, Your Honor. As a preliminary matter for purposes of the record, is the court finding that the defendant has successfully executed a written waiver of counsel in this matter at this time?
The court does so find.
Thank you, Your Honor. Insofar as a bond is concerned, the state would be recommending a somewhat higher bond in the amount of $2,000. Besides the nature of count 2 on the ticket, which the state understands to be a Class B misdemeanor, the ticket further appears to refer to both a driver's license state and an address outside the state of Kansas. Nevertheless, the state does not oppose a non-recognizance bond, given that the defendant appears in the fashion that he does today.
So you recommend a 2,000 OR?
That would be the state's recommendation at this time, Your Honor.
And that will be the court's order, Deputy, 2,000 OR.
Thank you.
Reappear May 27 at 9 a.m. unless diverted, fully diverted. All right, you may go at this time, Mr. Wellington. We'll be in recess on your case.
Under Kansas law, driving without a valid license is a Class B misdemeanor, punishable under Kansas statutes annotated Section 8-235 and Section 21-6602, which allow for fines and possible jail time. The moment he said guilty, that conviction would have been entered and permanently attached to his record. But instead, the case was redirected into something very different. Under Kansas statutes annotated Section 22-2906, prosecutors are allowed to offer what's called a diversion agreement, a legal alternative where prosecution is suspended. If the defendant complies with conditions like paying fees, correcting the violation, and avoiding further offenses, the charges are ultimately dismissed. And just like that, one decision turned a permanent record into a second chance. In a moment where the defendant was ready to plead guilty and walk away, it was the prosecutor who stepped in and changed the course of the case not to punish, but to ensure the right outcome under the law. If you find real courtroom moments like this interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more.